Wow, my Twitch infrastructure actually works on YouTube. That's somewhat surprising. Normally my stuff doesn't work. But it seems like stuff is actually working today, which is very surprising. Normally my stuff doesn't work. Can I just send a message in Discord real quick? Alright. Alright. Now let's find out if more of my stuff is going to work. The answer is probably going to be a big old no. We'll find out. Okay, let's... Can I... Please? No? Okay. This is what I expected. Alright. Will this... Maybe? Something's happening. And nothing's popping up! Awesome! I love it when nothing pops up. Okay, I might have to do... Do I have a button on here that can do that? I don't. Oh, I do? Okay, let me get this, and then I should be able to boop that button. And it should just work, maybe? That's my file explorer. Yes, okay, it works. Let's clear that out for now. Alright. Awesome! It actually works. That's a surprise. Normally, stuff does not work for me. I am not known to have the best luck when it comes to technology. Alright, so right now we're at a point... Let me refresh this, make sure everything's all up to date. Alright. We're at the point where I just gotta delete all these, which should be simple enough. Let me pull this up. Which one would be next? Wildebeest? Alright. This is a fun process. It really isn't, but gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. Alright. That's a lot of wildebeest. Alright. Now we play the game of how many of these are clones of whatever. If I had to make a guess, that's probably just a clone. Oh, it's actually got a lot of stuff on it, though. Okay. Are there any other Shenzis in here? No. Okay. What about a couple of Mufasa's, but that one's an Ava one. We'll just go from here, I guess. Alright, and we just delete every single stinking animal link that I can find in this stupid page. And all these pages, actually. I'm not saying that they're stupid. This is just a really annoying process. Like, really annoying process. So if I insult your page, that's not personal. That's just me getting annoyed at how annoying this process is. Because, yeah, it is not a fun process. Alright. Where? Okay, you can go away. Thank you, Discord. I'm just gonna leave you on that. Thank you. Alright. Where is... Okay. That link... I should not. You need to be up. Thank you. Alright. I'm getting stuff set up over here. This is such an unusual setup for me. Because, again, I don't normally do YouTube. But I'm on YouTube today. So, alright. What do we... Yeah, okay. Should be good. Just save it and find out. Alright, next link. Next page, I should say. Alright. Again, lion, we delete. And we have the big ol' mess that is the info box and trying to dig stuff out of this. Okay, there we go. We can get, that's a link. We delete that. Anything, I see hyenas. Delete those. Okay. Oh, there's the wildebeest. Any others? Yeah, okay. Categories look good as well, I guess. That category has a slash in it. And this... I'm surprised that that's not treated like a subpage. Because most of the time, Media Wiki interprets a slash as being a subpage, but that's fine. Hey, if it works, I guess. Though I'm surprised that that does work. Alright. Next. Probably another one of those clones. I love dealing with the clone pages, but at the same time, there's stuff on here, so I'm not going to mess with it for right now. Because I don't care enough. Alright. There's the wildebeest link. Alright, what else? Anything? Nope. Alright, that's that then. Next, Mufasa. Is there another Mufasa link? University Unicorns is on there. I mean, I assume that's not... Yeah, I figured that wasn't a clone, but... Yeah. Since there's only the one showing up on here, I'm not going to dig through them. I'll let Abe do that. Alright. Hyenas there again. More of these non-breaking spaces. I am at the point where I'm not even messing around with the non-breaking spaces because when I do the full wiki, the wiki cleanup, I'm just going to build that into the script, have it do all the non-breaking spaces. So that way I don't have to worry about them. That is a lot right there. Okay. Yeah, good. Okay, save. Next, we have Scar. Delete that. I am not looking through this blob of orange that's on my screen. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not doing that. So if there's something in there, trust yours truly is working hard on the clones. Yes. Oh my goodness. I know those clones are really irritating. Oh, I hate them so much, but... But yeah. That is more orange. That's a lot of orange, but I recognize that one. Alright. Let's see. I see hyenas over there that I can delete. Delete that link. Okay, wildebeest. Alright. Aha. Okay. Yeah. This is missing. This is Scar. We're missing the lions category, so I'm going to add that. Alright, other than that, that's all good. Simba. Alright. Zeroing that looks like... These are probably clones. Yeah... I mean, this block right here, this entire paragraph, that's identical. This block is identical. The top... I mean, the only differences are you change the word king to monarch, cubs to children, and you've linked some of these. That doesn't make any sense. Animals of the Pridelanders. I see what they were trying to do, but obviously that's wrong. Um, okay, this is a pretty big paragraph down there, though. But also, holy smokes. Is it the same frickin' backstory? The end of World War II? Since when is World War II in The Lion King? That's a new one. But these are the same almost. These paragraphs are pretty damn similar. These are long pages, though. I'm not going to touch them. I'm not going to touch them. They are just annoyingly long pages. Alright, let's just get back to doing this. I'm not going to be the judge of that one. So those two pages are almost identical. Thing is, that's not the craziest thing I've seen on here. There's a lot of crazy stuff on here. I have seen some pretty ridiculous stuff on here, as I'm sure you have. Yeah, to be fair, anything that I've seen, you would have seen, so... I'm sure you've seen crazier than I have. But yeah, no, this wiki is full of some of the craziest stuff I've ever seen. Vultures, that can go. Meerkat, that can go. Warthog, that can go. Mandrill, where's my cursor? There it is. Mandrill, you can go. There's more non-breaking spaces in there. Of course there are. Hey, a nice big block where there's no links. Awesome. Awesome. I don't feel like doing any more than that. Why are there span tags around all of these? That is not the correct use for a span tag. Like, at all. That is completely wrong. Anyways. Yep, that is exactly the explanation. Alright. That is... Okay. I'm just going to save it there, and I'm going to leave that page behind because I don't feel like doing any more with it. Alright. Next, we have another wildebeest link. As is expected. This is the wildebeest I'm getting rid of right now. Okay. Wildebeest, good. Save that. The other Simba page that I was looking at least. I wouldn't be surprised if there's... Honestly, I kind of want to look. What are we going to be? It's going to be just Simba. Should be a disambigued page. Holy Simbas. See, if I click on one of these, what do we got? We got a unique page. Okay, moving on to the next one. Just going to click one at random. That one. This one also looks like a unique page. Okay, let's try another one at random. Can I click? Damn it. See, now this one... No, I don't want to do that. See, now this one... It's this template in particular that I feel like all the clones use for the info boxes. But this one, though, does feel like a clone. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about those right now, though. I'm going to focus on what is currently my job. So, lion. There we go. Wildebeest again. Oh, let's see, hyena. Got all the links for hyenas again. And then even more wildebeest. Vultures. Meerkat. Warthog. That's not the right part of the link. Okay. Warthog, that's gone. Grammarly, can you go away? Can I turn you off right now? Where are you? Where's your off button? Off. Thank you. Okay, baboon. No links until there, and then absolutely nothing useful. Okay. There. And that's categorized correctly there. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Scar, you're next. Honestly, is this going to be another clone page? Maybe. I'm not worrying about it right now, though. So anyways, back to deleting links. Lion. And then, again, lion. Yes. Hyena. Okay, that's that. Alright, next. Ooh, I do need to also remember, I need to keep an eye on the Twitch side because even though this is a YouTube stream and I'm not on Twitch at the moment, my entire infrastructure is built on Twitch. And that means that anything I need to do needs to go through Twitch. That means other people can interact with my stuff through Twitch. So I need to keep an eye on that. I'm probably going to try to patch in an update so that way I can switch it over to YouTube fully. But like right now, everything still kind of like half relies on Twitch. Which is fine. It works. It's weird, but it works. Okay. What page are we editing? Ed? Okay. Well, there's the wildebeest again. That's the lion link. I see a lion link I see right there. Let's clear that. Any others? Do that. Hyenas is correctly applied. Perfect. I don't have to do much more then. The gorge. One of Ava's pages again. And it looks like this one's going to be simple. It's not that often editing an Ava page is simple, I will admit. It is normally not fun. For example, the next page looks like this. Oh, damn it. Please, there we go. As your co-author, yes, it is not fun. Oh, yeah. This can be so painful at times. My ADHD could never. Yeah, pretty much. Where is... this is... Oh, that's a link I need to edit. It's a good thing I spotted that because I almost went right past it. Okay. Save that. Scar. You're next. This isn't even a regular Scar page. Okay. It's another one of those relationship pages. I guess because Scar has so many freaking relationships that this page is just full of so many links. It's like every little bit of orange, I gotta look at it and see, oh, is that a page I need to take out? Oh, in this case, that's Hyena, so I need to take that out. And then, which ones do I not need to take out? Pretty much everything else. Luckily, this one seems to be a little bit more simple than the last one. Hornbill. That's another... Was it Hornbill the one I also almost missed last time? I'm pretty sure it was. I'm really bad at spotting Hornbill, I guess. That's a cobra. Okay. And then these are just galleries. Nothing too important there. Save. Next, we have an Ava character that has to get renamed at some point when I do the wiki-wide cleanup. Okay, that one, simple enough. All right. Next. Okay, good there. That's not the button I wanted to click. I wanted to click on that. All right. Can I get back to editing this? I didn't want to close that out. Thank you. I did it again. I keep hitting the delete key to delete whatever, and then I accidentally hit end. And then I jump as far away from where the hell I'm editing as humanly possible. Okay, that should be good there. Alright. Next. Wildebeest. Okay. Huh? Thank you for being stupid. Alright. I love it when my tech doesn't want to do the things the tech is supposed to do. Is this missing? This is missing the lions category as well. That's not how you spell category. Category doesn't have a P in it. That's also not the correct category. It would be better if I typed the category correctly. Usually typing the correct category is a good idea. Okay, next. Simple enough. Ooh, but almost missed that one. That would have been annoying. And easy enough. And that's just the category. All right, the categories are also pretty damn simple. All right. Preview that. I just want to make sure I got the Wikipedia link correct. Yes. Okay, there's no other special categories I need to give them, so I'll save that as is. That should clear all that out, which it did. Awesome. That means I didn't screw something up, and I can just go ahead and delete these. Okay. Down to 38 left. All right. Wildebeest, I can clear you out. Is there any others I need to clear from here? No. Good. Okay. Looks like Gazelle will be next. All right. Ooh, okay. These temporary headphones are really getting on my nerves. That's not the page I want to edit. See, I'm not wearing my normal headphones, which also means I don't have my normal microphone, which means I'm using the webcam microphone, and it's a piece of shit. So if I sound like a piece of shit, that's why. Okay. I should probably look... Oh, son of a damn it. Back. Go back. Go back. How many of these are just clones of Swalla? Let's see. Probably... That's a Discord sound. That is a Discord sound. Okay. All right. We have... Yeah, I mean, I would consider these definitely all. They definitely all look like clones. All right, well, let's start purging them. Let's pull up its disambig page. That way I can clear them out of there later. All right, reason. Baloney. The all hail the swallows. Yep. There are so many of these. There's just so many. For some of the common characters, there's just so many duplicate pages um, of each character. And that's because somebody thought it would be a good idea to create the same exact page for every single person that came on the wiki and fill it in with just default canon content. This is not a canon wiki though, so it makes no sense to be hosting this. So at that point, you just link to the TLK wiki at that point. That's got all the canon info. We don't need these pages. These pages don't fit the theme of the wiki. So they're going. I hear more Discord sound. Everything wrong on the wiki was the fault of a previous admin. I wonder who that previous admin was. In all seriousness, though, what the crap? Seriously, who thought that this was a good idea? Especially at the time, didn't we also have canon pages as well for all the characters? Why not just link to those? At the time, if I remember correctly, didn't we have canon character pages? And then eventually they just got replaced. These predate. These predate the removal of the canon pages, though. Why didn't we just what? Why didn't she just use the canon pages themselves at that point? And it's like, wait until somebody actually, wanted to do fan and shit on their pages, then they can create their own page. Why do we have all these clones? I am. And the list for fanfics was so long because of Ginny. Yeah, oh my freaking god. Because she had over like 200 fanfic pages. Yeah, oh my goodness. Can confirm I'm a witness. They confused my poor brain when I was looking stuff on the wiki. Oh my goodness. And it's like every single problem. You follow the root of that problem, it all points back to one person. Every single little issue that we're having to deal with, it all points back to one. Out of curiosity as well, who actually created the animal pages? I want to see. Okay, that's a wiki problem that actually cannot be pointed to her for once. Thanks, Mario. Alright. These pages are annoying. Alright, now that we've cleared up all those swallows, let's see what happens when I reload this. Much more manageable. Much more manageable. Something tells me these are also clones, though. And indeed, they are. These are as much of a clone as you can get. Alright. Air conditioners going on, so we are now below 7,000 pages. We are indeed. That is, we have taken out a pretty good chunk of the pages. I am actually curious. What was it? Was it special statistics? Somewhere you can see what the page count was. Oh, that's a lot more than 7,000 pages. That is everything. That is a ridiculous number of pages. That is a ridiculous number of pages. Okay, well, now maybe it's not here, but I did download. Hang on. You know what I did do? A couple days ago, I downloaded a backup of the wiki. Does it have anything at all that tells me how many pages we have? It might not even open because it's such a gigantic file. I don't think it's opening. No, okay, well that answers that question. No, it is not opening. Um, so anyways, we're just gonna get back to this. Let's see. Are these three down here duplicates? Oh, that one's unique. These two are duplicates, though. I mean, I'm assuming you can just pull up Missouri of this, and yep, it is going to contain all the same shit. So these are going to get purged for the same reason. I already have the scanning. Okay. So that knocks out those, and go ahead and remove them. All right, so that eliminates those two. And then we just got Z. Z. That. Just check. Yeah, it is only going to be these two, and they are totally clones of each other. So they get to take a nice little trip to the trash can. And there's that. All right. Not really much of a disambig if there's only one entry on it, but something. All right. Now with those out of the way, again, much more manageable. Now I can start deleting these links. I can knock out Gazelle. In case you're curious about the green timer that's on the screen as well, by the way, K characters are done onto L. Awesome, awesome. The green timer, that is part of my Twitch infrastructure, and that would normally indicate the amount of time remaining on the stream. Completely ignore that. I don't even know why that's running. Honestly, I'm gonna stop it because that green timer is not. I'm not gonna listen to that green timer. Normally that timer does things other than just counting down, but because this isn't a Twitch stream, it is only counting down. So I'm just gonna cancel it completely because I do not need that thing running right now. Okay, did I get all the things I needed to from this page? I think so, right? Yes. Okay. Next. I have another Gazelle. There are so many. Oh, come on, cursor. There we go. There's so many different animals on this wiki. It's like, really cool, but also really annoying. It's just like, I have to delete all this shit from all the different animals. And it's like, there are 130 different animal species pages before I started deleting them, which is a lot. I didn't even notice till you mentioned it. Yeah, the green timer, I assume. I don't know what the delay. I might be able to adjust the delay. Nope, not while I'm streaming. That's for sure. Okay, well, never mind then. I might mess with the latency settings for the next time I do this. Because I'm sure there's a bit of latency, right? Between when I'm talking, when you're seeing stuff, just because that's how YouTube works sometimes. But yeah. But yeah, no, there's a green timer down there sometimes. Hell, other times you might even see a white timer. Which let me show you what that looks like real quick, because I can do that. There's a white timer now. Yeah, YouTube is a pain, especially with games. Oh yeah, no, for sure. YouTube is so painful. That's why I don't ever stream to YouTube, and that's why all my streaming infrastructure is set up for Twitch. And honestly, you know what? I'm just glad that it sort of works to an extent, because none of the shit is designed to work with YouTube. All of the shit was built for Twitch. All of it. So the fact that it all works, L done doing M. Awesome. Going pretty quick there. At this rate, honestly, might be able to get... S might be a pain in the ass for you. I'm just going to warn you right now. The pages that I've seen for Scar and for Simba have been really annoying looking. I'm just going to say have fun with those. So moving on now. Okay, let's save this page. But yeah, I hear more Discord sound. Okay, let me actually get caught up on this thread. Alright. Alright. That out of the way. Where was I? I get distracted by Discord way too easily. I hear a Discord sound and I'm like, oh, I gotta look at that. Alright. Zuri. We have a page that is taking forever to load. Thank you, fandom. Alright. Okay. Maybe? Okay. Yeah. Yes, perfect. It's easy enough. Next. Spell is heard. Another Ava page. Luckily, usually the group pages aren't that bad. Although one thing I will say about the group pages is I'm not really sure if it makes sense to actually put the animal. I think the animal category should more so go on the actual animal pages instead of like the group pages. I'm not sure. That's something I'll consider bringing up again when uh when I'm doing the full cleanup. It's like I'm sitting here like I'm thinking like, yeah, it's a group of gazelles, sure, but maybe the maybe the categories should be assigned to this specific animal, not necessarily groups. I'm not sure. Something I'll maybe bring up again. That's something I'm not going to worry about right now. Recategorizing pages is something else that's going to be done just with the rest of the cleanup in general. Okay. That's interesting. See, these remind me of like those like citations or references or whatever the hell they're called, but they're not actual references or citations. What the hell do they get called? I can never remember what the hell those things are called. Are they references? I think they're called. I think they're just called references. Oh, of course, the website doesn't want to load. I love it when the website doesn't load. Oh, fantastic! Thank you, fandom. I love it when fandom shits the bed while I'm trying to do shit. Okay, let's try this again. That's a new one. Okay, well, at least it worked this time. I think it's either. It could be. I'm just gonna see what the hell they're. That's not what I wanted to click. What does this thing say? What does this call them? Oh, come on. I didn't ask for that. References. Okay, they're called references here. I'm just gonna say references. I love it when fandom does shit like this. Just grab a screenshot of that because, wow. Thanks, fandom. I love it. All right. um, but yeah, no, this looks like an attempt to do references, but no, that's not how it works. I'm just gonna ignore them though. Moving on. Save that. I didn't check if it had. Okay, perfect. It does have the categories. I was about to say I didn't check if they had the cat if that page had the category. It does. Okay, next. And final page, assuming I didn't forget one for this one, for gazelles at least. Simple enough. Okay. Refresh that. Should be empty. Perfect. Delete it. And delete that. And that's all good. Is this thing going to give any error messages as well, by the way? No, everything's actually stable, which is great. Normally, stuff doesn't want to work with me. Um, I am definitely known to not, you know, have stuff work for me. So I am really, really glad stuff's actually working for me. All right. Can I get this tablet? Thank you. Oh, wait, this one's already done. When? When did I do this one? Oh, I did it earlier. Right, okay, that's right. So this one is categorized correctly and everything. Okay, perfect. So I don't even need to worry about that one. Alright, so that should be the end of gazelles. If the website would load. There we go. That is that. I can delete them now. That there. Yeah, what's next? Buffalo. I can do buffalo. Just never realizing how annoying cave dogs. God. I'll worry about that when the time comes. That is a problem for not right now. We'll put it that way. Yeah. What was it? Buffalo, right? Yes, buffalo. Okay. What links here? It is all of these. You know what's probably helpful? I'm pretty sure all these verrugas are going to be clones of one another. As well. Okay. Let's find out. Are these all clones of each other? That's going to be a different image, isn't it? No, it's just going to be a sizing difference. Okay. As for all the others, okay, this one seems to have some. Nah, no, no, no. I'm going to purge that one. That one uses a different image, but the text is the same. I don't give a shit. That one uses that photo as well. These are all clones. Lovely. They're all getting purged. Technically, that one wasn't actually really a clone, but at the same time, nah. It's going to get purged. There's no content on the page. In fact, technically, you could argue there's not 3 sentences on here, is there? It's all canon shit that's on there anyway. So yeah, no, it's gonna get what in the drop down? Wow, fandom must be really having a bad day right now. That is not the normal UI. That's the normal UI. I'm gonna assume it's all the shit that we're deleting is just like really screwing with fandom at the moment. I mean, I'm sure there aren't that many wikis going through and deleting hundreds of pages an hour. Most wikis don't do that. I wouldn't be surprised if we're like setting off some kind of spam detection thing and like somebody's getting alerted about it and it's like, or we're doing enough deleting to like knock down the servers or something. I wouldn't be surprised if what we're doing is really screwing with something. But these pages don't need to be on here, so they're going. Oh, of course this one's going to have a link somewhere. Okay, is it a link I can easily remove? I'm just going to get rid of those while I'm at it. Yeah, this is an actual page. It's not copied, so I got to keep it. But where is Ruga? There you. You do not need to exist. So we're going to send you the TLK Wiki instead. I'll make sure that link works before I actually save the page. That would suck. It does work. Great. Save. Okay, that should eliminate that, which it does. So now I can delete that. Okay, that's not the right button. There it is. Oh, that's annoying. There's actually multiple links on that one. I'll come back to it then. Really? Again? That's annoying. Okay, so I actually have to deal with these now. Awesome. I love dealing with these. Okay, and because I do not feel like copying that manually, I am going to do that. That is missing an important part of the link. When was this page created? 2019. Something tells me that this guy is never coming back and completing this page. This page is obviously incomplete. Something tells me this guy's never coming back, though. And finishing the page. Alright. Next. Oh, looks like I was here before. I remember editing this one before. Same ordeal. I'm taking this out. And preview. There. Good. Save that. And this one. Looks like I was here again earlier as well. All right, please, if I hit this button, work. Good. Save it. All right, that should clear out all those. Perfect, which means now I can delete this. And then we got these ones. Okay, it's fine. Okay. Right, I need to actually be looking in here for. I did forget about that. I do need to actually be looking for a link to Veruga Veruga, which there isn't one up there. It's just this one, I guess. Okay, so that's that. I'm again missing a pretty crucial part to the link. That should not, that period should be on the outside. That's the kind of formatting that's going to trigger my OCD. So we can save that, right? Yes, okay, perfect. Up next, we have a Kion page. Please be easy. I'm gonna assume, no. Okay. And then, hey, why is that in a span tag? Oh, it's stuff like that that just, I see it and it's like, why? This is why I do source editing. It prevents stupid stuff like this. These span tags are even worse. And there's a class on this one that's blank. That air conditioner can go off. Somebody who knows how these things work and, actually works with HTML and stuff like that. Seeing that, it manages to find a way to trigger me, and I don't like it. I do not like that. All right. That's that. Vitani. Lion. Can remove that link while I'm here. Yeah, no, that is as blank as it gets. All right. That's interesting. Seeing some of these duplicates had like links going to them, and others were just standalone. And it's like, why link to something if you're not going to use it? It's like at that point, might as well just do what I'm doing, replacing all these links. That should work. I hope. Perfect. Save. And that should knock out all of those. Perfect. It does. And we can wipe that now. Awesome. That should simplify this menu a lot, which it does. And I might as well go through these and take out basically all of them. Leave that one and that one. Okay. Okay. Boma. Okay, save that. Perfect. We have another Veruga. However, it is Ava's, so I know for a fact that it is not a clone. It is a legit, properly made page. And not one of those cheap pages you can buy off of Amazon for 99 cents. Alright. Buffalo. Perfect. Okay. Okay, should be good there. That's not right. I was gonna say, something about that link doesn't seem right. That wasn't even pointing to the right spot to begin with. Okay, is there another... Oh yeah, this means I get to look at the category and actually find stuff. Son of a damn it. Is there another one? There is another one, and it's not properly linked. So let me fix that link. I don't know who did that link before, but you did it wrong. Alright, let's fix this link. And yeah, I'll include the full text, the lion, in there. Preview that, make sure that's correct. Perfect. Okay, Buffalo. Right. Okay, Buffalo again. And is that all? It's usually all. Alright, that is all. Perfect. Wait a second. Missing the category. That's not how you spell category. It would help if I spelled the category correctly. Would help a lot if I spell. Wait, it does have the category. I'm just blind. Alright. Where the hell even was I before? Verugu. Okay. That is... that. I can delete that. That. Okay. Species equals lion. Let's go ahead and wipe. Then lion again. Perfect. Can I change this layout? This is a really annoying layout. Okay, hang on now. Yeah, this is like a really annoying layout over here. I would love... What did I just click? I'd love it when buttons don't actually work. So you're telling me I wasn't even... Okay, fine. We'll do that. That is fine. What? Can you just work? Maybe? Do I have success? What the crappity am I looking at? Well, that's never gonna work. That is annoying. I love it. Okay, let's just ignore that problem altogether. It's a really annoying layout thing, but I'll deal with it. Okay, minimize. Go away. Thank you. Alright. Where was I? You. Next. Buffalo. 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 Saying buffalo a lot? That's because I'm dealing with buffalo, I guess. I don't know. Okay, that link is fixed. And that one should be it, right? Yes? Yeah, okay. Simple enough. And we just got the category. The category, pretty simple. I hope. Buffalo. Let's see. Oh, awesome. Of course it's a disambig page. Why wouldn't it be a disambig page? The animal would be nice. African buffalo? Sure. Sure, I can link to that, I guess. Okay, sure. I'll use that instead. Good enough. I didn't look at any of the properties of that animal, by the way, which I really do need to do. Nothing I care about. Okay. Save. And with that out of the way, that should be all of them. Okay, simple enough. All right. With the buffalo out of the way. There as well. And good enough. Okay, perfect. What is next? Oh, goodness. Do I really have to jump all the way up to Hammer Cop? Looks like I do. Oh, I could try to go for something like Monkey, but Monkey is ridiculous. 43 links the last time I looked. What is it at now? It might be lower, but still, 43 is a lot. Okay, it is actually significantly lower at 32 now. Still a lot, though. Although a lot of these are probably dupe pages. So that'll help. Let's go through and I guess purge some of these. All right. All right. Zero surprise here. We're all just duplicates. All right. Well, that simplifies things quite a bit, actually. All right. That should help a lot. What you did. I can go ahead and remove a huge chunk from here. The usual chunk. All right. Next, look at these Yukis. All right. I cannot remember for sure off the top of my head whether they were named. They were. So that is just canon. So that's, yeah, eligible to get purged. Even if it's not a direct clone of whatever. Still getting purged. Alright. Okay. So that should be that. Yeah, it's the same old group. Okay, with them out of the way, who's next? Oh, actually, it seems like all of them. Okay. So that brings the monkeys down to 18, which is manageable. So I can get rid of the monkeys, and the monkeys are an annoying little roadblock because I can't get rid of tiger until I get rid of monkey, and I can't get rid of jaguar until I get rid of monkey. So getting rid of monkey would be huge. Okay, monkey. Monkey, monkey, monkey. Save that. Next. Yuki. Yuki is a snow monkey, right? Yeah. I don't see snow monkeys. Alright. Oh, these headphones. Can I... These temporary headphones are, like, actually really annoying. Oh well, though. Alright. Snow monkeys. I'll leave the monkeys on there now. Although when I do redo categories, that might get changed. Save. Alright. Jumbo. That's a monkey. Okay. Good there. Next, another snow monkey, of course. Once again, missing snow monkey. Go away, update. I'll update you later. I have work I'm doing right now. Okay. What also doesn't help is I did not take my allergy medication. So my allergies are like really not excited right now. This should be somewhere. This needs to go somewhere where I can see it. Guess somewhere over here. Good enough. Okay, where am I at now? Snow monkey. Okay. Once again, category snow monkeys. Should be good there. Oh, let me check up on some of these real quick. Okay. Reload that because I can never remember where the hell I was leaving off. Next character. We have once again a huge mess of orange at the top, as is the standard when we're dealing with an Ava page. That is a huge thing I plan on fixing later. Not right now, that's for damn sure. Monkeys weird. This is a snow monkey, right? Yeah. So let's put the category. That's, again, not how you spell category. I am really bad at spelling category, I guess. Snow monkey. That is too many brackets. Okay. Save. Yuki's Troop. Delete. And there's that. I'm going to leave the non-breaking space there because I know I'm going to script them out later. So, like, what's even the point? Monkeys is on here twice. I don't know why exactly. I'm going to assume that's a mistake, though. So I'm just going to replace that second one with snow monkeys. Okay. Hot Springs. Once again, snow monkeys. And leopards. Alright, and then absolutely nothing else other than part of the info box. Alright. Easy enough. What's next? Another troop, because why not? More monkeys. I love monkeys. Next up. And then these are not snow monkeys, so I'm not going to put the snow monkeys tag on them. Yuki, on the other hand, I do want to make sure it has snow monkeys, which, yep. Okay. Good. Okay. You know, it's really interesting. So at least with the other ones, they've been Japanese names. I'm not really sure about Yuki, but if they're Japanese names, they wouldn't have gone through Japan or really anywhere that would speak Japanese on the way to the Tree of Life. It'd be interesting if they're using Japanese names. So I thought that they would be, you know, like Azad is like a Persian name, and it makes sense, you know, they would be going through Iran. So that one makes sense. And, you know, Rani being Hindi also makes sense. Assuming the Tree of Life is in the India area. Japanese, though. You wouldn't see any Japanese anywhere between Tanzania and India. Not unless you're going a very long way. More monkeys. I love monkeys. Oh, my favorite part about the monkeys is that I'm almost done getting rid of them. They're one of the more annoying ones, I must say. Because they're locking up some of the others. I hear neighbors. Yeah. This is a ridiculous number of new lines, by the way. There's no need for it. That is also going to get cleaned up when I do the cleanup. Alright, monkeys. The whole category. Okay. Monkey. Monkeys. Monkeys. Alright, let's first take a look at this. I'm gonna assume. Are they? Are apes higher or lower? And I don't know. They seem to be unrelated, which is interesting. So obviously, I feel like they should be related. It feels like they should be related. This is. I do not like doing this kind of thing normally. This is really annoying. I think they're separate. I think they're separate, I guess. Yeah. All I know is category primates would go on them. Nothing else at all? No, not really. Because I can't find anything saying that I should apply category apes to this as well. So in that case, was it previously applied? I think that's what I'll say before. It is not currently applied. In that case, I'm going to say no. I'm not going to apply apes. Because I'm going to say that they're separate. Because I can't find any indication tying them together. I'm going to save them separately. As for snow monkeys, I am going to put category monkeys and category primates. Show preview, make sure I got that right. Nope. Oh, but snow monkeys are Japanese. So I guess the Japanese names make sense there. That is so interesting, though. That is so interesting. Because... oh, that is... okay, so... because if you're going from here to here, You'd have to be taking quite the detour if you somehow managed to get to Japan. This would be a 3,000-mile trip if you're going in a straight line. Let's say you're crossing at some of these points right there. It's 3,600 miles. To take a detour to Japan would require you to... And if you're going by land, you've pretty much got to go this way. I don't think there's any other way. I mean, obviously, we could be looking in a different universe with a different world. But that turns a 3,000-mile trip into an 11,000-mile trip if you take a detour to Japan. So, that's interesting. Obviously, there's no way they went to Japan on the way to the Tree of Life. So, something fishy's going on there. But they are monkeys. They are primates. So I'll stick with those. Okay. Yeah. Simple enough. Alright. Does that eliminate all of these issues? Yes, it does actually. Okay, subpage. Let's delete that first. And then we can get to the subpage. Can you go back? Thank you. Delete. We don't need those. There should be monkeys. Gone. Which, it is. Monkeys are gone. So now I can remove monkey, which means I can remove this. That lock is gone. I can remove that lock. Most importantly, I can remove that lock. Which means I can now really quickly go in and delete jaguars. Let's get that open because I don't actually think the category is linked on this, which it isn't. I was right about that. These can go back on. Okay, jaguar. And again, jaguar. Okay. Save that. And then this one. Okay, got another link to Jaguar. And I can get that closed out. Alright, that should be that all done. I can delete the page now. It's of course got a sub-page as usual. I'm pretty sure only one species actually didn't have a gallery page. I can't remember which one it was, but there was one that didn't. I was a little surprised about it, but I do not remember which one. Alright. Let's get these. Jaguars. Jaguars. The felines category is probably going to get added to it. Yeah, they are felines. Cat species, feline. But they're not actually cats. So it's only the felines category that gets added to it. Felines. Easy enough. Save that. Awesome. Refresh that. Alright, down to 34 remaining. I can also remove Jaguar. I don't think any of them were locked. No. Alright. Hammer Cop would be next. I'm going to assume I'm not going to be able to delete that really quickly. Oh, 21. Actually, the number of links went down from 33 from the last time I checked. Awesome. It's going to be because of all the Kulinda pages getting removed. Thanks, Ave. There are still a bunch of Ona pages, and yeah, I might as well run through them. Okay. That. All right. Yeah, they are all dead clones. So let's get to removing these guys. I love removing these duplicates. Delete. The page counter is really going down fast. Down below 6,800. Great, that one has a link. Of course it does. Luckily, not an annoying looking link, but still a link I have to remove. Okay. Easy enough. All right. It is, once again, literally just those two that stay. As is always the case. And yeah, that cleans up a pretty good number of them. Which makes my life really easy. I see a hyena link, so I delete hyena link. That is a lot of links to absolutely nothing. Also, was there... I think I probably... It was from there, wasn't it? Yeah. That would have been. Alright, perfect. Ona is a hammer cop. So that's that link. And, oh, there's another link to egret on that one. Simple enough. Hammer cop. It's a young female hammer cop. Let's delete that link. Hammer cops. Alright. Good there. Cool Linda is also a hammer cop. And then we have hammer cop. Perfect. Cooney Woods. Mandrill. Tiger. Hammer cop. Crocodile. That's a location, so I definitely don't need to attach an animal category. That would be wrong. Hammer cop. Okay. Should be simple enough. Ona. Hammer cop. Hammer cop. Hammer cops. Perfect. Okay. Hammer cop. Perfect. Simple enough. Great. Now the website don't want to go. Okay. I can sit here and wait. There it goes. Another Kulinda. Hammer cop. All right, easy enough. And then just the hammer cops category, right? Yeah. Hammer cop. Hammer cops. Category birds, because that is a bird. Now for the fun game of how many times have I said hammer cop in the last 5 minutes? I'm sure it's been a good number. All right. Yeah, nope, no special categories need to be done there. Everything just works as it should. That should be all of them as well. Perfect. I can delete hammer cops. It would help if I actually clicked on the page I want to delete before I tried deleting it. I said delete. Perfect. All right. That's hammer cops gone. Let's edit this out. See, anything rely on hammer cop? I don't actually think so. No, nothing relied on hammer cop. Okay. Rhino would be the next animal, although I feel like Kifaru would have been cleared out by now. Yeah, that definitely knocked it down quite a bit. Bea as well. That would have knocked it down a lot. To the point where that's now at 11. I'm not going to do that tonight. I'll put it down there. That is the next one I'm going to do. I'm going to recalculate this list now. That's not what I wanted to do. Thank you. I'm going to recalculate out this list. Now we're down to 33, right? Yeah. All right, so let's see what the new numbers are looking like. For lion, still going to be a huge number. But, ooh, we are now below 1,000 for lion. That's huge. 968 remaining. That is huge. That means I get to shift all of these over by 1. Perfect. All right. That is awesome. Hyena would be next to recalculate. How many hyenas do we have? We're down to 243. That went down a lot as well. Awesome. Crocodiles. We're down to 94. Went down pretty significantly as well. All right. Zoom in a little bit because I cannot see shit. Leopard. Looks like we had 115 the last time I recalculated it. We're going to be down 83. Pretty good. Zebra. We were at 111 last time. Now, down to 98. Not bad. Not bad at all. Next, mandrill. We were at 110. Now, down to 83. Pretty damn good. Alright, elephants. We were at 83 before. If I can find the link, that would be awesome. 63. We went down a full 20, which is pretty damn good. Alright, meerkat. We're at 83 before. We are now looking at 72. That went down a pretty good amount as well. Cheetah used to be at 76. What do we got now? 74. Didn't go down nearly as much as the others, but it still went down. Skinks. We used to have 75. I feel like this one should have gone down a good amount. I take that back. It didn't move at all. Leopard. We were at 74. Now we are at 73. Progress. Jackal. Jackal was right in front of my face. I could have clicked it. We were at 73. We are now looking at 59. I went down a good amount. Baboon. We were at 58. Now we're down to 57. Progress. Hey, I'm not complaining. It's progress. All right. Hippo. We were at 58. Now we're down to 47. Egret. We were at 56. And now we're at 55. Next up, Hornbill. We were at 51. Now we're down to 48. Okay. I actually didn't think that one would go down, but it did. Awesome. Honey Badger. That one will definitely have gone down. Right? God damn it. There it goes. Nope, it didn't move an inch. Okay, take that back then. Eagle used to be at 45 the last time I checked. And now we're down to 39. If I had to make a guess, Hadithi getting removed would have been what pushed that down. Gorilla used to be at 45, now down to 24. It's pretty good. I'm gonna have to guess Hafifu and Majinuni would have been the ones. All right, Vulture used to be at 44. Now we're down to 42. Not terrible. Oh, that is in the wrong order. Let's fix that. Let's fix that. All right. Let's see. Giraffe. Giraffe used to be at 41. Can I click the thing? There we go. And now we're down to 29. Not bad. Next up, we have Warthog. I don't think we would have hit Pumbaa yet, so I doubt that would have moved much. Yep, that was correct. We have not moved all that much at all. Cobra. Cobra. Used to be at 38, now 35. Can work with that. Ostrich. 36. Ostrich. Now 14. Booney would be the one there. All right. Next, Tiger. Down to 24 from 27. Not terrible. It's good progress being made. Mongoose. 26. Let's move that up then. Fox. All right. Well, that didn't move an inch. Let's see, what would be next? Cape Dog. Cape Dog has all those dependencies, which is really annoying. It also really didn't go down all that much. All right, rhinos. $11. I'm going to assume the rest of them probably haven't moved. I mean, for owls, it would pretty much only be Ulu, but Ulu wouldn't have. Nope. Monitor lizard. Kenge? I suppose Kenges could have been removed. Yeah, all right. A good number of Kenges get removed. Okay, Python. I can't think of any pythons off the top of my head. And yeah, no, they're none of those have repeat names. Okay. Makes sense. Wolf. I don't think. No. Okay. So then, yeah, the next one I would go after would be rhinos, and then ostrich, gorillas, and giraffes, and then cobras. That would unlock mongoose, at which point that would unlock monitor lizard, which would unlock pythons. Yeah, okay. That's helpful. You don't even exist. I already knocked those ones out. Why are those still listed? Would be my question. I guess I just forgot to knock them out when I completed them. I completed those ones. I don't even remember when. Either would have been earlier in the day or yesterday. That's not the right button. I want history. When did I complete this one? Earlier in the day. Okay. Oh, yeah, that should be all of that. All right. Hey, 92 subcategories. It's 92 that have been converted. There's only 33 left, which is really nice. It's just I'm still not looking forward to the 968 lions, which is just Ridiculous. Yeah, no, this does not look like fun. This really doesn't look fun. That's a lot. That is way too many. Oh, I'm contributing to the problem. Oh, okay. Um, did I start? Oh, I guess if I can log in to here, did I ever start? No, of course I didn't. All right, let's update Habari's page real quick. Habari. And we would use, he doesn't have, no, but what he does have is a cub photo, and he would also have an infant photo somewhere on the wiki, right? Preferred name, Bari doesn't have one. Name meaning, it would be information, realistically. Information, but it's also used as a greeting. So I'll leave it like that. He never lived at the Tree of Life. He only ever lived in the Pride Lands. I'm just going to put that there like that. Alignment, obviously good. Obviously. I believe it had the automatic categorization works now with specifically lions. I haven't implemented any of the other animals though. His birthday. What the hell is his birthday? I need his birthday. Give me his birthday. Give me his birthday. I need his birthday. His birthday is right here. 20Y0M. At the current point in the series, we are at here. In between the lion sleeps tonight and as green as the grass. So at that point, he is 7 months. Family. Alright, let's get his family out of the way. Mother is, of course, Rani. Father, that is Kion. We'll use Kion there as the name. Habari is not married, nor does he have a son or any children. Ascari is kind of just a distant family member, so I'll just leave him on there. Kiara would be an aunt? Yes. Kijani would be a cousin. Copa would be an uncle. Mufasa would be a great grandfather. And Sarabi would be a great grandmother. Serafina would be a great grandmother. Jana would also be a great grandmother. Jana would be a great grandmother. Who else? Balio would be an uncle. Balio. That's Uncle Balio. Let's see. Scar. Great. I'm at the point where Scar is just way too distant. Great. He'd be a great uncle. So I'm going to just remove that altogether. I'm just going to call him a distant family member, just like I'm doing with a Scary. Is that all one word or is it hyphenated? That's a good question. Is that the correct way? What is the correct way to say great? Do you hyphenate it? I think you hyphenate it, right? Maybe you do hyphenate it. You do hyphenate it. Okay, so it is a hyphenated one. Great grandmother, like that. Okay, perfect. So that is Jana, and okay, who else would be in the family? Surak? What is Surak? Tabari. Could be the mothers. To Rani, that'd be an uncle. And that's how I have it marked down, right? What the hell is Rani on here? I have it on there as, right? Surak is an uncle, yes. So if Surak's an uncle to Rani, that would put Surak as a great uncle. Right? I think so. I think that's how that works. Great uncle. Yes. YouTube, you make no sense sometimes. That is not an error on my end. But thank you for bringing it to my attention as if it does anything. No, that does not. No, I do not give a shit, nor is there anything I can do about that. Thank you very much. All right. Moving on. Who else? We got Rani in there. We got Balia. We got Surak. Nirmala's unrelated. Let's look back over at Simba's side. To begin with Simba. Simba himself. Oops, I need... Ah, son of a damn it. Simba would be a grandfather. And then... I have to copy those names from Rani's page. Okay, I'll get to Rani's parents in a second. Rani's parents need to go on there. Alright, who else? Who else is on here? Nala? Nala. Yes, Nala would be on there. Nala is a grandmother. Who else? Anyone else? Kiara is on there. Kovu is not really related. Kion is on there. Copa is on there. He doesn't have any siblings. Mufasa is on there, and Scar is on there. I think that's. Is that everyone? Is that everyone that I can think of? I don't include like a hottie in here just because there is no mention of a hottie anywhere in canon content or in this series. I think I'm at the point where I have to do Rennie's parents. So we have one of the we have a grandmother. That's not. I'll put the proper whatever in there later. Aussie. That's a grandfather. Alright, let's grab Ananda and put that in there. And now we shall grab Sahasi and throw him in there as well. Sweet. Allies. Okay. Fine. Anga. Yeah. Balio, that's family. Beshti, yes. Bunga, yes. Foley, yes. Hamia, obviously. Janja, not really. Hasn't really met Habari. Jana is family. Jasiri hasn't really met Habari. Kovu, yes. Madoa has not met Habari. Makini, of course. Nirmala, of course. Ono, of course. Rafiki. Remove Rani, though. Rani is family. Wait a second. Didn't I copy this from Kion's page? Did I oopsie? I think I oopsied. Let me look at Kion's page real quick. I oopsied. Rani is down there when she's also family. Oops. I will fix. Okay. Surak is family, and then Zazu. Has Habari really met Zazu? Yeah. And is there anyone else I could think of? Obviously, like when Guvu pops up, could do something with Komal, to be honest. I could do something with Komal, but it's gonna wait. Komal is gonna be a character that's gonna pop up in As Green as the Grass. I'll worry about that later. Enemies. Balu. Yeah. Although at the same time, Habari never really met any of these guys. Definitely not Aura, or Shalon, or Mama Bintrung, or Makucha. Habari never met Mapagano. Honestly, Habari never really met any of these guys. Yeah, no, Habari never really met any of them. Habari can't really be enemies with anyone he hasn't ever met. Oh, yay, I get to do quotes as well. I'm not doing that. I'm going to come back to that later. I'm just going to put a big old note right there. That tells me to come back to that later. Alright. Kion. Let me make a correction with you. First of all, you are Lion. And then Rennie. Rennie should not be in that lower section because Rennie is already up here. And then the auto categories, I should be able to remove Lion and remove males. Those should be auto. Characters, I can also make that auto. Let me make that one auto real quick as well. So let's update the template. That's gonna be down here. Just if there's auto categories. Yeah, I'm just gonna add category character. Is it character or characters? It's characters. Okay. So like that. Just do that. Auto categories. Okay. Let's update the template character. Show changes. Perfect. Okay, so with that out of the way, that should mean I do not need to include that. All right. So that should be that done. Therefore, I should now just be able to push the update to Kion's page, just like that. Show changes. Make sure I didn't screw something up. Good, good, good. Okay, lions, males, and characters. All of those categories should still be applied automatically, though. Males, lions, and characters. Perfect. All right. Save that. Sweet. All right. Oh, yes, and also that is automatic as well. Once I get to actually wiring in and completing all of these, I can wire them all into that, and then we can make that as part of like the new standard whatever info box. All right. Sweet. Let's see. Does that button work? Okay. Well, now here's my question. Does this button work? Nope. Oh, so it does work? It just didn't go through? That was weird. I don't know. Alright. Can I please... Okay. So... Why? No, seriously, why? Okay. Well, with that said, I'm going to end this here. I do want to thank everyone that showed up. This is going to be something that happens, I think, somewhat often. We'll see. Just trying to gauge interest at the moment. See if anyone, likes this kind of format. If so, the next time I'm spending a few hours doing work, I'll probably fire up another one of these. And yeah. But anyways, until next time, I will see you later. See you later, everyone. Goodbye.